world. We're at the club, and she just throws water on some guy. I don't know why.
I feel like we have failed her as a roommate, not telling her that that is the most horrible thing that she could have done.
She's just not some girl who drinks too much. She's a girl with a lot of problems dealing with alcohol.
It's really challenging going out with her.
I want to know how we can deal with it so that we can handle certain situations. Are you even interested in investing that much?
I am. Honestly, I think about it every day. The biggest question is, how do you help someone who
can't
will
help
kick you at the moment you mention the word help?
This is the true story
Of 7 strangers.
picked to live in paradise.
Work together.
Have their lives taped.
To find out what happens.
When people stop being polite.
And start getting real.
The real world, Hawaii.
If you want.
What is this?
It's like a rum drink. It's like a daiquiri, but we didn't have daiquiri mix.
I don't want to get too drunk when
I
I see
just
this
wanted
guy.
to mention it away from the person I don't necessarily want to have drinking. I will not be an encourager.
When do they want to leave? Because we better start drinking.
They didn't sleep.
Yeah?
Like, Justin was like talking to her and was like, yo, let's go home, let's get bombed. And I was just looking at him going like, you don't say we're gonna get bombed to Ruthie. Like, who the hell are you?
That's the most irresponsible thing I've ever heard. There's no common sense in that statement.
You know she's an alcoholic, you know she has a serious problem. Be like, yeah, let's get bombed before we go out, and then let's go out. You know when she goes out, she's gonna have 10 more drinks.
And he kept saying, let's get
Idiot, man.
Roll, y'all. Let's roll.
All right.
We're leaving now?
You can bring those to go.
Yeah, you can bring those with you.
Amaya, we're good to go.
Find a hole! Find a hole! Let's go!
I just think at this point, anything that makes it easier or more acceptable for Ruthie to do it is a bad thing. I'm not saying there has to be no drinking going on or that would help. It's just being kind of aware of what you're doing when who's around at what point. What got me especially was when you actually said to her, you know, let's get drunk tonight. I would think you were way too intelligent to do something like that.
I spent a year doing that with somebody. A year of constant self-analysis of my own behavior around a person. Only to lead to one result, you know what I mean?
The result was that person not changing?
Yeah.
I guess the way I would look at that is losing one battle doesn't mean you lose the next, you know?
He's seen his hypersensitivity to someone's addiction not work and that person still be an addict. So he feels disillusioned that Ruthie's never going to change also, so there's no need to be hypersensitive.
Ruthie. Yeah, I'll grab my flashlight. What? Oh, I got it in the car. Oh, we are?
I'm paying for a cab for you.
Okay.
And we're going for this.
Drive fast?
Yeah, I do.
Grab my car.
Okay.
Grab my car.
Never mind.
Drive it fast?
I'll drive it fast. Let's take her home, but you can come out.
Okay, it's cool. You know what, Luis, you want to drive? Because I can't drive right now.
giving it up right now.
Oh, please, no.
Kayleen, the last thing I'm going to do, Nick, is spend a night in jail. I am not driving drunk tonight.
Let's drive.
They're Gandhi. We're trying to keep up. Indeed she is.
Not flying right now to discuss it.
Yeah, they're all over the road. Look at this.
Hello? Hey, Matt. Oh, yeah. Right. I pulled her aside, and when I asked her who's driving, she said someone. Then she said, Leela, don't do this to me. So I told her, Ruthie, just use your head. She looked at me and said, whatever, and then turned and walked away. Yeah, I mean, we know more or less where they're going, so hopefully they'll get there in one piece.
Hello? Yeah?
Hi.
Hey, what's up?
I'm supposed to have a meeting with Matt, the producer. This is one of those meetings behind the scenes, and people are stepping in. It must be something big, you know, and I'm not too happy about it.
Hello?
Hey. So, we don't normally, as a production, get involved in your lives at all. We try to kind of just stay behind the scenes. But the time when we do need to become involved is when we feel that your health or your safety is an issue. It has become an issue. In particular, last night you were drinking and driving, and Leela, our director, told you that you should not be driving.
Drunk driving is, something you cannot tolerate. It's not only risking your life, but other people's. And I know you are a loving, good person, and I'm sure you didn't mean any harm about it, but how you'd feel today if we're talking about somebody who was hurt, killed.
We're at the point now where, in order for you to stay with this project, we're going to require that you go to see a counselor. It would be an addiction specialist counselor who's going to help you deal with what we perceive to be an issue. And that counselor will decide what steps you need to take to deal with this. And you're going to have to follow through with whatever this counselor tells you to do.
We want you around, Ruthie. We want you to stay. We just think you need to get some help.
Is that?
Is that it?
Yeah.
They're not my parents. This is my life, you know, and they're documenting it, but they're still stepping in and interrupting it, and I don't like that. I just felt like a rebel, and I just wanted to try, and that was it.
What's going on?
In order to stay on the show, I have to agree to see a counselor, maybe 2 or 3 times a week. And they're gonna break me down and analyze me and figure out what's going on, which kind of scares me. It's hard for me to confide, you know, and every time after I confide in somebody about something, automatically I feel like I shouldn't have said that. I don't want a mom, I don't want a dad.
We can't do that for you. You're a woman, girl.
I know. But I know that people a lot of times will look and say, you do it, you know?
I feel that Ruthie thinks that part of her childhood is something that she's responsible for, like the bad things that happened to her. I try to tell her that nothing is her fault, and I'm hoping that a counselor can help her come to realize that. And I think that if you talk to somebody and it's gonna hurt sometimes,
you're going to end up healing. Because once you can move past that's happened to you, you'll be an even stronger person than you are right now.
None of us really know what is happening here.
No, it's just, you know, I don't know.
Say it.
In order to stay here, there's something that I have to do. And if I don't agree, then I have to leave, you know?
Ruthie is in danger of harming others and harming herself, and they needed to stop it. They gave her an ultimatum that needed to happen, and it did.
The only reason why anyone would ever say to you, you have to do this or this won't happen, is because they're seeing a pattern that they think isn't going to let you go where you ultimately have the most potential. The best way to get through what they're asking you to do is to take the help you can.
Like, every one of us here is here to help, period. You know, if something happens and you lapse, no one's going to be critical, no one's going to be motherly or fatherly or come down on you. Everyone here is a support network.
I would like your guys' support, but I don't want to be, like, babysitted, you know what I'm saying?
I want my support of her to be truly honest and sobering. And if that ultimately means we can't be very close while we're here, that's what it means.
Ruthie, would it make you more comfortable if people didn't drink in the house? I'm not saying, like, I don't know if you're not going to, like, stop drinking.
No. If anything, that'll make me more uncomfortable. Like I said, I don't want people to be around me.
Be normal. Just totally normal.
Exactly.
Don't answer this if you don't want to. They obviously think there's a problem. Do you think there's a problem?
I don't want to talk about it. Man, there's a lot of things that has been pissing me off about my actions being misinterpreted here.
You don't need to be treated like a child. My big thing was I observed your behavior when you were just having fun and having fun responsibly. To know enough that you know how to do that. She's a strong woman, and if she realizes in her mind that she has a problem and she comes to the conclusion that she needs to beat her addiction to alcohol, she will. But, you know, and I think if someone just shot straight with you and said, look, you're an adult, I want you to be a little bit more responsible because, you know, at times you're like, you get out of hand. You know, I don't want you driving home anymore. Something like that. If you let her make her own decisions and you just give her, you just put it on her shoulders that she needs to be responsible, I think she'll respond.
I mean, I was so pissed. I didn't know what to say. I'm just so pissed, you know? I mean, it would have been taken easier if it was more suggested than told, and I hate being told, you know? I just think that people should just mind their own business and just chill, man, because, like, this is my life, you know? I'm not hurting you guys, you know? I'm just having fun and doing whatever. It makes me so angry.
So when you're told you don't feel like an adult, you feel like a child.
And that makes me feel more rebellious, you know? It's not like I had to negotiate a choice. It was just like, do this or die, you know? And what else am I gonna say?
Hi. Are you Ruthie?
Yeah.
Come in.
Hi.
Hi, nice to meet you. Have a seat. So, can you tell me why you're here, basically?
Why am I here? Because they wanted me to.
Why did they want you to do that?
Because they feel that it would be good.
What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know very much about you. I know the reason that I was told you were coming had to do with a substance abuse problem. Is that something you think is a problem, or?
People are concerned.
People are concerned. Are you concerned?
And to a certain extent about certain stuff. But
yeah.
I don't really take to telling just perfect strangers, you know, and no matter how professional they are. It's like a human instinct. I'm always wary of just trusting anybody.
To me, what's really significant is when a person's health is in jeopardy because of behaviors. And that's, you know... So we'll just meet a few more minutes. Really what I see my role here is to help you get clear on some of your behaviors, if you are in a dangerous place or not. I think you're really brave to do this. I mean, this is hard to do this. So
Wednesday
at noon. Yeah. Nice to meet you, Ruthie. Take care.
Nice shot. Was your meeting today or is it tomorrow?
Which one?
Your meeting.
It was today.
Did it go all right?
It was all right.
The lady seemed nice.
Yeah, she seemed all right.
Those who don't understand Ruthie will never be able to help her. You have to understand what type of woman she is, where she's been, where she hopes to go, before you can even think of giving her advice. Seem like you guys can get along, or how'd it go?
I don't want to talk about it.
All right, right on.
I can't decide if it's any of the house's business or not. I just don't want to make it a whole big house issue because it's my business.
We are each unique individuals. We deal with things in our own ways. We all have things that have happened to us in our lives that lead us to this point that force us to deal with things the way we do. For instance, if I watch someone killing themselves, to me, it brings up feelings that I'm not comfortable with. When Ruthie's drunk, I don't want any part of it, and my friendship with her sort of becomes non-existent when she's wasted. And I'm going to react the way I am, and you have no place in judging that. So I'm going to do what I need to do to be there for her as her friend, but I can't, I can only do it so much or so far.
I think Ruthie deserves respect from all of us. It seems like the household has isolated the drinking problem as the problem, but the more we isolate this problem as special, the more we isolate Ruthie.
See, that's the thing about this whole trip. It's like people ask me questions I've never thought about. Forces me to think about things I wasn't forced to think about before.
Is it hard? Do you like it?
It's different. I spent my whole life running away, and now I'm forced to look at everything. I'm realizing a lot about myself that I didn't realize before, you know.
Tell me more about your fear of failure.
One of the main reasons is because everybody thinks Ruthie's gonna be a star, and what if I'm not? I just don't want to let myself down or anybody else. That's what my biggest fear is. I've never, until recently, actually confided in people, One thing about that is that it builds up, when it explodes from one little trigger, A lot of times I wonder where everything stems from. And if it has anything to do with at all with my past, I don't know. Maybe. And I find it very interesting when connections are made and I'm just like, whoa. That's why I would call this whole experience whoa.
How do you feel about going to the Manoa Falls?
I'll go.
Can we get up early enough to go?
If you get up early enough.
Like in 10 minutes we can make it there, I think.
Okay, that's
And
cool.
then,
Yeah, we could.
how long
Be
do the falls
fast.
take to enjoy, really? Like 2 hours? Can we do it?
And don't even limit yourself. 2 hours? No way. What time do you want to leave tomorrow?
As early as I can get up.
All right, wake me up then.
Ah, it's so beautiful.
Girl, what do you think?
I want to touch it.
All right.
I really enjoy the time that I spent with Ruthie. We began to have some talks at greater depth about her experiences. I'm really glad she's here. I think she's a great little positive light in the household.
See, the other roommates need to come out and see Hawaii, Not just you know, nightlife. Because the day life here is cool too.
It's kind of cooler than the nightlife.
Yeah, right? It is.
I don't know, I'm not too sure. Getting kind of bored of the clubs. I was thinking, I don't really want to go anymore.
What else is there to do around here at night besides clubs? I want to know.